Hey everybody, 26.3 has just been dropped. It is a 4-time workout. It has a 16-minute time cap, and it has 6 rounds of work. The 6 rounds, each round consists of 12 burpees over your bar, 12 cleans, 12 more burpees over your bar, and 12 thrusters. The bar every 2 rounds increases in weight, so the first 2 rounds are 95-65 for RX. The second round is 115-75, and the final 2 rounds are 135-85. The scaled weights will be listed in the app as well as on the score sheet at games.crossfit.com if you guys want to check those things out. Quick little things that stood out as far as standards go. For a burpee to count, chest and thighs touch the ground. Some of us struggle to get chest on the ground. The chest is basically, get your giggles out now, nipples or above on the ground, as well as thighs touching the ground, which shouldn't be a problem. And you can orient yourself any way you would like to in relation to the bar. They can be lateral, they could be facing. You can do what's comfortable for you. Lateral's usually quicker, a little bit smoother, getting over the bar, keeps you moving a little bit better. I feel like facing is more taxing. It is for RX, a 2 feet in the air at some point as we go over the bar. I have a little footwork trick I like to use to make sure there's no oopsies where I actually go jump and put the leg that is farthest from the bar across. So I almost do like a crossover step. It just tends to make sure I always have 2 feet in the air as I'm doing that jump. So jumping from the left side, I cross my left leg over in front, and jumping from the right side, I cross right leg over. It is also beneficial if you're going to step up your burpees that you step up first with the leg closest to the bar. So just keep moving smooth on your burpees. There are more burpees in this workout than anything else. You have 24 per round, times 3 is 72. Check my math. So once you finish that first set of burpees, the other thing is you're going to have the bar already loaded. Your cleans, I believe it's power. It would say squat clean if you had to. So do those reps smooth, and maybe even a little more conservative in your first round, unless you're trying to like blitz the leaderboard. I would conserve a bit in round 1 with those light cleans. Don't touch and go too many reps. Maybe small sets that you know you can handle. If it's a good lightweight for you at 95, maybe like halfway, and then even 2 sets, 3 and 3, something like that. But really play that first set by ear, see how it feels, but don't go out too hot. Then hit your burpees again, then do thrusters. I would recommend finding in those first couple sets like a nice, smooth, controlled pace. If you can do 12, no problem. Great. If you need to, I would break it up no more than once on those 12s in your light bar. Now you've done 2 rounds of this at that first 95, 65-pound bar. The weights must be changed by the athlete. There must be collars on the bar. I believe the ladies must use for RX a 35-pound bar, and the men must use a 45-pound bar. The weights, though, the changing of them. You finish your second round. You could start doing your burpees right away and then change the weight when it comes time to pick those cleans up. You could put one side of the bar's weights on, do some burpees, put the other side on, then do your cleans. So the weight changing just has to be accomplished prior to that first set of cleans in round 3, okay? And that it will be a repeat then when you finish the 4th round and are going into round 5. You can play with the strategy, use it as some strategic rest, force yourself to keep moving when you're doing the workout. but use the weight changes smart. If you're going to stand around after that set of thrusters, you might as well change some weights. If you're going to get right into it because you're feeling good, use that weight change maybe right before your cleans. Give yourself a little break. It's got to happen at some point. So yeah, the thrusters, really, as we're going, we will probably be doing smaller and smaller sets. The power cleans will end up being broken up closer and closer to singles, probably by round 3 or 4. I doubt there's too many touch and goes going on. And then you really want to be able to move at a nice steady pace, nothing crazy, but nothing overly slow on the burpees. And your thrusters, once you hit what seems like a heavy bar, the 115s will probably be broken up by a lot of people. The 115, maybe even the 75, the middle 2 rounds, into 3, maybe 4 sets, just depending on how heavy that is for folks. And then the last round, I'm sure we will see a lot of smaller sets of thrusters as we go. Couple things to remember on thrusters. I will go over the standards, but if they're anything like they've always been and nothing's changed, rebending your legs, just like a push press. If it needs to be a push press coming out of the bottom. We drive up, we squeeze every muscle in our legs and our butt and our bellies, and we do not re-dip our legs. If they rebend, that would be a no rep. We are not jerking under a bar on a thruster. So think push press as far as your lower body goes. Find a very balanced foot position that allows you to squat as well as come up and press. We don't want to be moving feet around too much. Also, it sounds weird, but we've talked about it forever, is the best place to catch your breath without putting a bar down is with that bar locked out over your head. You can stack your joints, you can brace everything, you can stay stable overhead. If that bar comes down onto your shoulder and you try to breathe, it doesn't work as well. You can't breathe in a front rack very well. So if you know you need a break, put the bar down or start pacing out the thrusters with a little lockout overhead. Hit the next rep. Try not to bring it to your shoulders, pause, then squat. We want to carry that down into a fluid motion so that the bar impacting your shoulders is almost like a button that is releasing and unlocking your hips and knees to drive you down into that squat on the thruster phase. So yeah, as far as that stuff goes, this is just going to be pacing. There's no rest, no place to breathe. Watch the Wadapalooza announcement if you have questions. And yeah, unless I'm missing something, this is just a straight up, got to go after this one. It's gonna hurt a little bit probably as far as our conditioning goes. The weight gets a little heavy for the thrusters, but nothing that is, for some of us, 135, if you can get to that last bar / 85 isn't going to be the worst thing in the world, but for most of us, that is a really heavy thruster, and you've got to do 2 sets of 12 if you want to finish this workout. Cool. Good luck, guys. Register for heats. We'll see you on tomorrow night, Friday night. All right. Ayla, you want to say bye? You want to say bye? All right. Bye, booty butt butts.